5-year event. This is very big. I think a lot of American institutions, like pension funds, like insurance companies, like banks, regional bank, big banks, small banks, they're going to get gold. They're going to say, well, we got a bunch of treasury bonds here. We got $8.5 billion worth of treasury bonds, big pension fund or medium-sized pension fund. All right, well, you have the option of getting gold or getting dollars. What do you want? Dollar in your account or gold in your account? Okay, this is how I think the gold standard is going to spread. It's going to be release of global gold funds.
When did he say this is going to happen? I know he said it's happening now, but when is it going to be definitive to what we're...
The global reset is real, and there is going to be a release, and it is actually in progress.
What do you mean a release?
Hundreds of billions of dollars.
Okay, so
made available hundreds of billions of dollars for charitable institutions and institutions with an agenda that's planned for humanitarian purposes.
So this is really good news.
This is real.
Good evening, and welcome to today's economic update, where we bring you the latest insights that could redefine the future of global finance. Tonight, renowned economist Jim Willie shares groundbreaking revelations about a global financial reset that could be as significant as any in recent history. According to Willie, American institutions, ranging from banks to pension funds, are quietly shifting towards gold in preparation for what he suggests could be the return of the gold standard. This reset, he says, is already in motion, with hundreds of billions of dollars allocated for humanitarian and institutional purposes worldwide. One of the most striking aspects of Willie's insight is his mention of a hidden reserve of over 1 million tons of gold in the Philippines, which could form the bedrock of the new global monetary system. He describes this as wealth beyond imagination, potentially in the quintillions, set to finance future global initiatives and redefine economic stability. Jim Willie also points to a possible transition for the US dollar. While some analysts predict its decline, Willie foresees a transformation, possibly into a treasury-backed or digital dollar, as part of this reset. He emphasizes that we are nearing the late stages of overturning the existing financial order, with white hats, those orchestrating this shift, guiding the process. For investors, this news is monumental. Gold could become central to the world's financial infrastructure once again, while the current monetary system might experience turbulence but ultimately evolve. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into these developments. This is essential news for anyone invested in gold, the dollar, or the future of global markets. The video highlights economist Jim Willie's perspective on an ongoing global financial reset, with American institutions turning to gold in preparation for a potential return to the gold standard. Willie also discusses the vast gold reserves and their potential role in reshaping the global economy. Jim Willie, a prominent economist known for his in-depth analysis of global finance, shares exclusive insights into the major shifts occurring within the financial system. He reveals the scale of these changes and provides a cautious yet optimistic outlook on the future of global monetary policy. This is critical viewing for investors keeping a close eye on gold, currency evolution, and the broader financial landscape.
This is big news. Now, can I speak freely? Because this is our...
financially you can. Just as long as we don't go into too much conspiracies, though.
Okay, be careful. Okay, I'll be very sketchy. In the last couple of months, I've been involved with conversations with a person who contacted me because of some of the topics that I bring up, because of my enthusiasm and because of my positive spirit. And this client, I'll call it a client, but
have you vetted this client? Have you vetted him? Are you certain he is who he says he is?
As much as I can, and it's very difficult. It's very difficult. I have some credentials for the person, and I have some background information and follow-up details, background. What I have learned is that Can I say Sarah? I mean, can I?
Yeah, well, you just said it, but don't say it so like I have to edit
Okay,
this.
all right. This is
good
real.
news.
To me, it knocked me almost off my chair because it was someone involved rather closely with dispensation, grants, organizations, project plans, budgets, etc. This is very exciting, and the nation of the Philippines came up.
Interesting you say that. Go ahead.
And I asked, well, I mentioned personally that I had a couple of different contacts. They're not always clients, they're people who are not subscribers. They don't pay me, but they come to me because they like what I talk about. They like how I talk about it. They like enthusiasm and the positive nature. I'm not negative about everything. I think we're going to have a rough time, and then we come out like a new world where the medical industry is gone, where the pharmaceutical industry is different, maybe gone. Okay, just a very different situation for people in managing sickness and health and positive ventures in their lives. But I asked the person, golly, I know I've seen some pictures of, let's say, tremendous metal wealth in tunnels in the Philippines. And I was told, oh yeah, that's very real. And I said, I'm told it's like 1.3 tons.
Jeez.
And that was confirmed. 1.3 tons. Okay.
And it being in the
then
Philippines,
I said, do you have any kind of estimate?
With it being in the
Philippines, that's where the metal is being stored.
Okay.
It's where it's being stored. It's where it's being retrieved, stored, and managed. And I have to be careful what I say because I don't want to give away much about this particular person. But I was told the 24 zeros. I said, what kind of value are we talking about? This could be in the trillions. And I was told 24 zeros. Well, 6 zeros is 1 million, 9 is 1 billion, 12 is 1 trillion.
So it's
24 zeros.
Quadrillion? I don't know.
Trillion. Okay. 3 more from 12 is 15. That'd be a quadrillion.
Yeah.
3 more is 18, and that is a quintillion. Okay, we're talking about a lot of money, a lot of wealth, a lot of metal, stable metal, and that will form the global foundation for the monetary system. But it will also be a foundation for a lot of humanitarian purposes.
This reset, according to Willie, is a 5-year event of enormous magnitude, and it's already unfolding before our eyes. Willie suggests that American financial institutions, including banks, pension funds, and insurance companies, are quietly transitioning their assets into gold. This shift is not merely a trend, it's the precursor to what he believes will be a global return to the gold standard. Willie emphasizes that this is no longer just speculation. The reset is happening now, and institutions are already positioning themselves to thrive in the new financial era. One of the most astonishing details in Willie's analysis is the revelation of vast, hidden gold reserves in the Philippines. These reserves, amounting to over 1 million tons of gold, could serve as the cornerstone of the new monetary system. To put this in perspective, Willie suggests that the total value of this gold could be measured in the quintillions, an amount so large that it is beyond comprehension. This incredible wealth is expected to support not only the financial foundation of the reset, but also fund significant humanitarian projects around the world. But it does.
Welcome to Economy Express, your go-to destination for all things economics and finance. Whether you're an experienced investor, an inquisitive student, or just someone who wants to stay ahead in today's ever-changing economic landscape, you've come to the right place. Now, let's get into the details of our news.
We're at 10 minutes now, Nito. The reset is happening, and it's going to be amazing. What I found interesting, if not intriguing, was that a lot of the global funds are going to be in dollar form. Okay, you hear a lot of people, a lot of analysts, and they're good analysts, and they're competent. They're saying the dollar is going to go away, and I'm saying much the same thing, except I think there's going to be a transition, a different form of the dollar, like a treasury dollar, like a digital dollar later, not a CBDC, a digital dollar. But the global funds, they're in dollar forms. And I was told just very recently, Jim, I've seen the accounts. They're in the hundreds of billions, and they're in dollar. I asked specifically, is it in the form for value? Is it in gold bars, or is it in dollar in bank account? And I was told dollars in bank accounts. Okay, just Sarah, and the global reset is happening now. And it's very exciting because it's going to bring about a complete, let's just say,
but let me ask you this. But we're still going to have to, or they're going to still try to, I'm hearing that they're going to still pull the plug for the reset. And then that's when like a jujitsu move type of thing happens. Am I right in saying that? Or is it?
It could be, but what we have to remove from the conversation, Nino, and this is my best information, we need to remove the negative side. We need to no longer say the bad guys, are going to do something, pull the plug, and everybody's broke, and everybody's a beggar, and everybody has to follow the rules in order to get a meal. That's not going to happen. The good guys, the white hats, are in control. We're in the late stages of overturning the entire table. This is really quite exciting. We may have a blackout. It may be 10 days, maybe 3 days, maybe 24 hours. I don't know. And I'm very worried about that because I don't have a lot of resources to manage a long period of time. I'm helping like 6 kids now and 3 families. That's a big drain on me. And I'm getting some hate mail. And I hadn't really gotten any hate mail for 15 years.
Welcome to the
Suddenly
club.
I'm getting hate mail. Well,
welcome.
It's almost like a badge of honor. I think you might agree.
I get it all the time.
I'm being called a fraud, and I got to tell you, to a point of embarrassment, I tell the truth. If I tell the truth when I don't need to, and I could easily lie, and I could make myself sound better.
Well, but you're telling me that this person approached you, not fully vetted, but you're confident enough to say that his credentials line up with the reset, and it's going to be a positive reset, and there's more gold than we can imagine that's going to forge us through and get us through this. And
yes,
that's what you're saying.
And maybe eliminate. Let me make a couple points about eliminating the government debt. Yeah, the answer is yes. I asked. I'm a very inquisitive guy. I had my 30 questions, and my 30 questions were answered all very adequately. And I didn't get any kind of, oh my gosh, that doesn't sound right. No, I didn't get any of that.
Do you still talk to him? This person, him or her? Do you still talk to?
Yeah. We're trying to set up a regular plan of touching base, if you will. Okay, let me share with you a theory of mine. And this is I don't know how to describe it. It's what I expect to happen. We're going to get rid of the national debt. We're going to pay it off. We're going to redeem the bondholders, and many of them are going to get something like maybe their local currency, like Korea. They'll get won, and I don't think they're going to get 100 cents on the dollar. I think that's going to be a little bit of a bond haircut. and that's a default. We're in a default. I think we're in the third year of a default. I've been talking about this regularly. This is not a 2-day event.
We're all like, oh wow, we're switching over.
I don't know, but I will share just my gut sense. It ain't a couple of years, and it might be just a couple of months. I want to ask this person next time we talk, is this going to coincide with the November canceled elections? Like we just have an appointment of the next president, not an election, because it'd be so
All right,
stinking.
we can talk about that on the back. Let's not talk about that.
Okay.
I got to edit that out. So editor.
Sorry.
That part's got to be edited.
Okay. Well, there's a lot going on. In the next segment, I want to talk about some of my theories. I think it was the last time we talked, Nino, I told you that
doesn't end there. While many analysts predict the downfall of the US dollar, Willie offers a more nuanced perspective. He foresees a transition rather than an outright collapse. The dollar, he explains, may evolve into a treasury-backed or digital currency, preserving its role in the global economy, though in a different form. This transition, according to Willie, is part of the broader plan to stabilize the financial system and maintain global liquidity. Willie is optimistic about the direction of these changes, but he also warns that turbulence is likely. The old financial system is being overturned, and while there may be challenges, the white hats, those leading this reset, are in control and working towards a positive outcome. For investors, the implications of this reset are profound. Gold could once again take center stage in the global financial system, and those who are prepared for this shift may find themselves in a position to benefit immensely. The dollar's evolution, too, will be a critical factor in the months and years ahead. As we continue to monitor these developments, it's clear that the global financial landscape is shifting in ways we haven't seen in decades. Investors and financial experts alike will want to pay close attention as this reset unfolds.